In last video, we have seen the second example of one component system, that is sulfur system. Now, in this video, we are going to study two component system. Now, what is two component system? A system in which two chemical individuals are required to express composition of each phase participating in the state of equilibrium, which is called as two component system. Now let us study this two component system. Now suppose both these components are present in one phase, then degree of freedom becomes, according to phase rule, 1, 2 minus 1 plus 2, that is equal to 3. What it means? It means that in order to define system completely at equilibrium, at least 3 variables are to be stated. Now, in order to state 3 variables, we should require 3 coordinate axes. 2 on the plane and remaining third one is the perpendicular to the plane, and that will produce 3-dimensional figures, which is quite difficult to represent that particular diagram. And therefore, for sake of simplicity, we generally draw a plane diagram, that is a diagram with 2 axes, 2 coordinate axes right angle to each other. Now, in case of solid liquid equilibria, effect of pressure is neglected. Effect of pressure is very, very small, and therefore it can be neglected, and therefore vapor phase is condensed. That means only solid liquid phases are considered and vapor phase is neglected, and therefore this system is called as condensed system. Whatever measurements are taking place are at constant pressure. Now, if you want to represent the system by 2 variables, we have 3 options. Either we can draw pressure temperature diagram, or we can draw temperature composition diagram, or we can draw composite pressure diagram. As in this case, effect of pressure is very, very small and can be neglected. The entire measurement or entire study can be done by keeping pressure constant. That means third variable is kept constant, and therefore as pressure kept constant, we select this temperature composition diagram. Now, if we use this phase rule, then degree of freedom becomes 3. Now, maximum degree of freedom should be 2. Then and then only we can explain this diagram very significantly. And therefore, if we want to reduce, that means we want to reduce this particular phase rule. Now, how that can be possible? Here we have C minus P plus 2. Instead of plus 2, here we can write plus 1. Then if we put these values here, F will be 2, and therefore this is called as a reduced phase rule. That means two component system can be studied conveniently with the help of this reduced phase rule. As the third phase is condensed, that is vapor phase is condensed, this system is called as condensed system, and that can be studied conveniently by using reduced phase rule. Now Let us study the two component system, the general system, that is simple eutectic system. Simple eutectic system. Now in this system, suppose we have two components, component A and component B. Now by considering these two components, we can study this simple eutectic system. Now phase diagram for this simple eutectic system is as shown in this figure. Now here 100% A and here 100% B. That is, your mole fraction XA is equal to 1. Here mole fraction XB is equal to 1. That means here we have pure component A. Here we have pure component B. Now this is point A, which is called as melting point of component A or freezing point of molten A. Freezing point of molten A. And if we consider this pure component B, then this is point B, which is melting point of B or freezing point of molten B. Now if we go on adding increasing quantities of B in a molten mass of A, then we will come across this curve AC. And if you go on adding increasing quantity of A in a molten mass of B, we will come across this curve BC. And this is the phase diagram of this simple eutectic system. Now how this diagram is formed, let us see. Now suppose we have 100 gram molten A. 100 gram molten A. And if we add 10 gram B component, then what will happen? Solid A, 10 gram solid A leach out from that particular molten mass, and B passes in this particular solution to form solution of B in A. And therefore, along this curve, solid A remain in equilibrium with solution of B in A. That means along the curve AC, solid A remain in equilibrium with solution of B in A of varying composition. Now at this particular temperature, suppose this is the T temperature, T1 temperature, then here solid A remain in equilibrium with solution of this particular composition X1, solution of B in A of composition X1. At this particular temperature T2, solid A remain in equilibrium with this particular composition X2. Now on addition of B in a molten mass of A, solid A separates out and B passes in solution, and here solid A remain in equilibrium with solution of varying composition until point C is reached. As soon as point C is reached, solid component B also separates out. Solid component B also separates out. Now this curve AC curve AC is called as melting point curve of A or freezing point curve of molten A. Along this curve AC, two phases are in equilibrium. Solid A, solution of B in A. And therefore, according to reduced phase rule, component 2, phases 2, system is univariant. Why this system is univariant here? In order to define system on this curve, only one variable is to be stated. With the help of only one variable, we can define system completely at equilibrium on this curve. Now, as soon as we reach at point C, what will happen? As soon as we reach at point C, solid B also separates out. That means, along the curve we have solid A in equilibrium with solution, and now as soon as we reach at point C, the solid B also separates out, and therefore at this particular point C, three phases are in equilibrium, and according to phase rule, reduced phase rule, 2 minus 3 plus 1, that is equal to 0. That means system is non-variant, and this point is called as triple point. This point is called as triple point or non-variant point. Now, if you consider pure component B, the molten mass of pure component B, then suppose we have molten B, 100 gram molten B, and if you go on adding the increasing quantities of A in molten mass of B, what will happen? Solid B separates out and A will passes in solution, and solid A remain in equilibrium solution along this curve BC. Now here, suppose if we add 10 gram of A in this particular molten mass of B, then what will happen? Solid B separates out, 10 gram solid B separates out, and this A will pass in solution, and to form solution of A in B. Solution of A in B. And therefore, as we go on adding A in a molten mass of B, solid B separates out and remain in equilibrium with solution of varying composition. That means at this particular temperature T1 dash, the composition will be X1 dash. At this particular temperature T2 dash, composition will be X2 dash. That means along the curve BC, solid B remain in equilibrium with solution of A in B of varying composition. Therefore, the curve BC is nothing but what? It is melting point curve of B or freezing point curve of molten B. Now along this curve, solid B remain in equilibrium with solution. Therefore, according to phase rule, reduced phase rule, 2 minus 2 plus 1, that means 1. System is univariant. And why it is univariant now? In order to define system on this curve, only one variable is to be stated. And therefore, it is univariant. Now again, as soon as we reach at point C, what will happen? Solid A also separates out. And therefore, at point C, again we have three phases in equilibrium, solid B, solid A, and solution of both A and B. And therefore, according to reduced phase rule, the degree of freedom becomes 0, and therefore it is called as non-variant point or triple point. Now, this C is called as eutectic composition. The composition corresponding to that C is called as eutectic composition. Now, at this particular point C, we have solid A, solid B, and solution of A and B. If we cool this composition below this line dd dash, then what will happen? Whatever solution we have, that will be solidified. Whatever solution we have, that will be solidified and form eutectic of fixed composition. Eutectic of fixed composition. And therefore, below this point C, we have both solid A, solid B plus eutectic. Eutectic. Now, why it is called as eutectic? Eutectic means easy melting. Now, this eutectic, this solid eutectic, if we heat that composition eutectic, it will melt at this particular temperature, which will well below the temperature of either of the pure component, and that's why this is called as eutectic temperature, easy melting temperature. Though the melting points of pure components are high, this eutectic will melt at lowest temperature than the temperature of melting points of either components, and therefore it is called as eutectic. Now consider any composition above this curve AC. Now suppose this is the composition that has been chosen. Now this is the molten mass. This is the molten mass of both A and B. If you consider this composition A, and if we cool that composition, then what will happen? The temperature falls down without change in composition until point B is reached. As soon as point B is reached, solid A separates out and remain in equilibrium with solution of B in A. And on further cooling, solid A remain in equilibrium with solution of varying composition, and we will come across the curve small b capital C, and as soon as point C is reached, solid B also separates out. That means on repeated cooling of this composition A, we will get below this dd line solid A and eutectic of fixed composition. Now if you consider any composition above this curve BC, that is A dash, if we cool that composition, what will happen? Temperature will decrease without change in composition until point B dash on this BC curve is reached. As soon as this point reached, solid B separates out and remain in equilibrium with solution of A in B. On further cooling, we will come across this B dash C curve, and here solid B remain in equilibrium with solution of varying composition, and as soon as point C is reached, solid A also separates out. That means on repeated cooling of this, and if we decrease temperature below this, here we get solid B plus eutectic of fixed composition. Now if you consider any composition above this eutectic composition, that means C, that is M. if we cool this particular composition, then temperature will decrease without change in composition until point C is reached. As soon as this point C reached, both solid component A and B will separate out and remain in equilibrium with solution of fixed composition, that is eutectic composition. Now, this curve, this line AC, BC, here solid remain in equilibrium with solution, and therefore these curves are called liquidus curve. And AD, BD dash and DD dash contains only solids, and therefore these are called solidus curve. Now this composition corresponding to this is called as eutectic composition, and temperature to this particular point C corresponding to that point C is called as eutectic temperature. This is all about the general explanation of simple eutectic system. Now we have different simple examples of simple eutectic system. For example, lead silver system, bismuth cadmium system, lead cadmium system. Number of systems are there. Now in next video we will see the lead silver system. Thank you.